Hi everyone, welcome to Fast Homebrew. Today I'm making dark ale, and it's very much like last week's pale ale, but I'm putting a question mark after it because I'm not quite sure about whether the recipe is really a dark ale. But anyway, just like last week's pale ale, it's made out of the pale ale kit, and it's also got a kilogram of dry malt. There's some bit different grains, some bit different hops, and also different yeast. But really, it's the same process and the same thing, but it results in very different beer. Oh, and because it's dark ale, I'm listening to dark music. Porcupine Tree, Fear of a Blank Planet, very dark. Okay, I need some water at 70 degrees so that I can steep my grains, because that's the temperature you steep at. So, water goes onto the heat, and we'll wait for all that. And while we wait, I'm going to clean out my stuff using hot water. It's very important to clean it as well as sanitize it. If it's not clean, you may as well not sanitize it. There's no point. So, just poking the sponge through, making sure everything's all good. And, oh, look at that. It's finally happened. So, I'll get my grains ready now. I think there's 150 grams of pale chocolate, 100 grams of dark crystal, and 150 grams of caramunich too. I just kind of made it up on the spot. And, oh yes, put that thing in, but don't forget to take it out later. In goes the grains, and that's going to sit there for half an hour. So I'll let that sit, and while that happens, I'll sanitize everything with my Star San. In it goes, and shake it around a bit, make sure the tap's off. Shakety, shakety, shake. And, yes, the spoon and the tap and everything gets its go as well. Everything's nice and clean, nice and sanitized, and ready to go. Okay, get my kit ready. Don't need the stuff in the lid. This is the Pale Ale Kit by Cooper's. I'm going to put it in hot water to soften it, to make it pour easily. And this week, I'm not forgetting to turn the tap off because I don't want a flooded kitchen again. So, can opener, 3 taps, and out it comes. And look at that. It pours really great. And now I just put some hot water in it again, boiling water this time, and that'll get rid of the last dregs out of it. Give it a bit of a stir and pick it up with a tea towel because it is ridiculously hot after that. You don't want to touch it, you'll burn your hands. Okay, that's been in there for half an hour now, so I'm going to take it out. And I'm not going to forget to take out the other thing because, well, if you saw my thing last week, here's what happened. It decided to take itself out. Bang! And in go all the hops. And now I've probably got a floaty issue to deal with in my next thing, but I'll worry about that at bottling time. Okay, this is sparging. It's important to pour this water through very slowly. In fact, sprinkle it if you can, because otherwise you can end up creating little channels or like little rivers through the grains, and the water just goes through the same every time and really need to spread. So I'll put it on the heat, and while I wait for it to boil, I'll just find something to amuse myself with because of the stupid stove. He raised his hand, and over the desolate earth he traced in space the sign of $1. Yes, and ran. Oh, look at that. It's already done. So I better get the hops ready. And hops, time passed. Hops have boiled. They've been in there for half an hour, I think. Yes. But they're too hot. So time to cool it down using the cold water in the sink. And I'm making sure with my spoon that it's swirling around to exchange the heat. And it's all done. I think I got it down to about 60 degrees, which will do. Dry it off so that it doesn't drip into the thing, and strain it out. And look at that. There's nothing falling out and ruining my beer this week. That's excellent. Good. Okay, finally topping it off with cold water. That's been in the freezer for a while. I'm using spring water because the local tap water, I don't trust the local tap water. Let's just say that. So top it up to 23 litres. Take a sample for the hydrometer so that I know what to expect from it all. And what are we doing? Yes, it's yeast time. Hey, unsanitary beast, get out of here. Okay, yeast time. Cut the thing off and sprinkle it in. And that's just about done. Just in time for the footy. Yeah, go Crows.